Oh shit. Oh, tear gas, we gotta get out. Hey, come on, let's go. Fuck you guys. Oh, I got it bad. Oh my god. Ooh. Oh. I got a nice deep lung full of tear gas. My face feels like it's been doused in gasoline and set on fire. Oh my god. Oh. Okay. No, it's subsiding. I think I got it worse last night. Oh shit. Wearing contacts makes it worse too, so. Oh my god. We're good, folks. It goes away pretty quick. Oh shit. Okay. Alright, we're gonna move back up. We have graffiti over here on private property. Oh, we have tear gas released over here in the park. Yeah, why'd you guys just sit in that?
What?
You guys were just sitting in the big cloud of tear gas.
Yeah, I didn't know it was like there. And then it was there.
Yeah.
I just got my eyes washed out.
Yeah. Oh my god, my face is burning right now. No, it's going away. I think I'm good. This is helping, I think. Oh, your eyes look. Here, let me see. If you can see that. Your eyes are all red and messed up. All right. So the line was pushed back even further. More tear gas. Protesters are using milk to flush their eyes out and water. Storefronts are being vandalized, spray paint. Windows are being smashed. Oh, I wonder where they're going right there. Yeah.
Probably back to Gucci.
Maybe.
It seems like, if I were to guess, some looting might be.
Yeah. Probably, since they got pushed out of their spot over there by the White House. Did we ever find Jorge?
No.
All right, well.
You?
No. I told him where we were back about an hour ago, and he didn't answer. All right, so we're following a group of protesters down the street here, about two or three blocks from the White House. Actually, you know what? We're gonna cut right here. This is a good time. We'll be back probably in a few minutes.
They insisted that I interview them on live television, and when I refused, they just took the microphone and my press credentials. But like I said, we have spare microphone blocks, and we also have, thankfully, I was able to find my press credentials on the street. Oh, you bet, because, I mean, my wife and Oliver will not let me, my wife and baby boy will not allow me to do anything too reckless out here. Stay up since we're in the middle of the 11 o'clock. Let's just assume that. What's your battery situation?
I just switched over here, so we're 95 here. It says 85 here. That's good, because it lasts longer than
$1. Who's calling me?
They were here. I spoke to people that were here to support friends. I spoke to people who were here to make a difference, for change. And then I spoke with one young man who was just 22 years old. And while we saw Darren there got to witness the police officer kneeling earlier, this young man had not seen that, and he hadn't seen anything like that from police. And he was very, very upset, and that is the specific reason why he had come here tonight. Take a listen if we have that sound right.
Hey, Charge, you want to go that way or you want to go that way?
Probably going to be, let's, one that way is going to run around the people.
right now, you hear that the car horn going by, but this is the most quiet that we have heard this all night long. It's really, really quiet right now. And you can see the line of police, and you can see a few people starting to now approach, but the line of police right there, that is at the intersection of Connecticut and I Street. And we, again, right here are on I Street, and it's quiet. There's no chance right now. There's nothing. There's a small trash can fire. I think a lot of people starting to step back, of course, after that latest round of tear gas. I think a lot of people starting to step away here, at least where we are. So we're going to hang tight right here, guys. So we can see here that really they're not leaving, and they did run back when the tear gas was first released, but now they've kind of started to come forward, and you can tell it's very quiet. As I said, Lorenzo, you know, I've been talking with you all night long, and it's almost eerie. We have never heard it this quiet. There are no chants. There is no music. No one is saying anything, and I don't know, you know, what they are trying to do right here. We talked earlier, Lorenzo, and we talked about that moment where hundreds were singing the song "Lean on Me," and that was a powerful moment. And we've talked about all of the chants and all of the things being said here tonight, and that each person that says something, it means something to them. They are here because it means something. So it's been quiet, and as I'm saying that, now more and more people, a few dozen more, are now coming back up and attend a face-off with police here on the other crosswalk. Yes. And Darren's here with me, Lorenzo. Do you want to chat with Darren real quick?
I'm here. I got you. So in 2014, I was a victim of police brutality. And what I was mentioning earlier was at that time I was so afraid to mention that this happened to me. It was almost like I would be punished if I told someone that I was beaten up by the police. And then obviously the Colin Kaepernick taking a knee for, to fight against police brutality, social injustice, you know, it almost gave me some strength to talk about what I actually went through. And so coming here now, it's so powerful for me to know that, man, here's the touching part about it. Yes, there's a lot of black people out here, but I mean, I've seen so many different colors of the rainbow. I've seen so many nationalities. And one thing that we all want, I want, because I want police brutality to stop, the fact that I know that all these people here with so many different colors and races and nationalities are sticking together to support a cause of something that I possibly could have died. I got lucky in 2014. I was lucky. You know, when you look at all the people who died, they weren't lucky. So I went to one of the protesters and I'm like, why are you still out here? And it was, and what he mentioned was, what do? We just go home and just give up? No, we need to continue to do this every single day. And it just means so much more to me because that individual, he probably never faced any police brutality, but he's standing there for me. One of those light bulbs just went off, but they're standing there and they're running for me. They're running for other people who haven't faced police brutality. And I had a poster up earlier, Leslie, that mentioned that I left a blank spot for a name. And I left that blank spot is because all week I was afraid that it's the same thing that's happening year after year. And I feel hopeless in a way, like what can we do to change? Because nothing has changed. I can drive down the street tomorrow back in New York City where it all happened in 2014 and the same thing can happen to me again. And the only thing I can just tell everybody out there, which is important for everybody, I don't care what you look like, is you can march these streets today, but you need to go to the polls. And sorry, Leslie, I just had to be here. I'm in regular street clothes, and I felt like I had to be here. If I was not here, everything that I talk about on air, about me facing police brutality, would mean nothing if I didn't come here and stand with the people who fight for me. Well, the action really hasn't. They stopped on the corner. They stopped on the corner here. They haven't pushed forward over Connecticut Ave. But like one of the protesters told me was that they just want to try to stand their ground. They want to stand their ground. They haven't pressed forward, but they're using those light bombs. We do have some police officers who are coming over here in their cars. But other than that, the police officers have been standing on the corner of Connecticut and I, and the protesters have been standing across the street. And there hasn't been any confrontation between the two people. Maybe some words have been said, but that's about it. Hey, now, all right. Hey, no, they're shooting.
That's tear gas.
They're shooting tear gas now in here. So it look like those cop cars that were just over. Yeah, they're shooting tear gas right at us. Hey, yeah, hey, wait, it's right here, hey, it's right here, right here. Get away, get away, get away, get away. Hey, Leslie, I'm gonna keep talking. So the police officers just shot, they didn't shoot it in an open area. I mean, they're shooting these where people are standing. They're not, they just literally shot the tear gas right at us, right at people. So one of the protesters was mentioning, Leslie and Lorenzo, was that they're shooting this tear gas at us, they're shooting these light bombs at us, but we're not shooting anything back. So when I look at this right now, and listen, I'm not on every corner of every street, but it seems like the protesters react to what the police are doing. Does that make sense? Yeah. Correct, yes. Well, at least one of them do, but I'm sure they all have an idea that they're supposed to leave, but one of them said, like, what are we going to do? We can't go home. I mean, they're blocking all these streets. It's going to be a long walk, so what's the rush to go home? Well, the police aren't pushing forward on the street that we're on, hey, but they definitely shot tear gas to push us forward. The police are not necessarily moving forward. It looks like we also have some damage to the SunTrust Bank. And we also have some more garbage cans that are on fire. So, actually, I'm going to walk right up to it because nobody's around it. But it looks like they just smashed to the ATM machine. Also, they tore up the ATM machine outside the building as well. There's nobody in there right now, but that's about it in regards to the bank. But I will say this.
You see me not doing it. I'm just recording. Yo. Honestly. Hold on 1 second. No, not. It's not that for sure. That's what Trump said, though. And that's what you're gonna believe because you just watch the fucking news. Yo, because everybody's fucking walking. We're walking to another place. Here, how about that? I'll get off live, and when we walk to our next destination, I'll get back on since you want to complain so fucking much.
tore this bitch up. Oh, mom. Ooh, they still busting shit. Oh, God. Ooh, I don't even know what building this is, but they're gonna have to refix it. It's gone. I might need to go back the other way. The other cameraman don't got back. Oh, mom. He in there on the phone. They don't got into the building. They have destroyed the building. Oh, God. Everybody going different ways. Downtown Birmingham, live in effect. Live in effect. Live in effect. Man, the security guy home on. Live in effect. We out there, bitch. On Jesus. We out there, ho. 12 can't stop shit. Look at this shit, man. They don't put a pig on the wall. This Birmingham. Like everybody kind of split up. Y'all see the traffic. Good righteous gonna sit there. ACA. I see 12.
Hey, I just met an
No. No. No.
Oh, Mom!
What are we
we're
going
just-
to?
We're about to get what should be a very interesting interview. We're setting one up, but we showed you earlier, Fox 9 viewers, this really good video, real close. Give me the name. What's your name again, sir? Justin, right?
Yeah.
Justin, you were with one of our Fox 9 employees, Sammy, at the time that this semi came barreling up the 35W bridge, and you were right there. Tell us first, I want to start before we see the video, tell us what was going through your mind when you saw this coming at you.
Honestly, what was going through my mind was, I don't know. I wasn't really thinking in the moment. I just responded. I reacted. It was kind of a response. I was thinking, I suppose, but I just felt like something needed to be done. That it was, craziest situation I think that I've been in my life, besides shots going over my head the other night, bullets. So yeah, it was mainly just kind of a reaction to the situation and just doing the best I possibly could to
Justin, you were so close to all of this. What did you think was going to happen to the driver as you're standing by?
I thought they were going to kill him. They were going to kill him 100%. The crowd was angry. And I think for us, we can't come to a decision of how we respond that quickly. We don't know the facts. I can share some information with you guys that I just got, but I'm gonna hold on to that for just a second. But we can't respond that quick. If our message is gonna be justice, then we must seek justice. We have to preserve the same rights that he would have, or we have to preserve the rights as if we were to get arrested, right? We're supposedly innocent until proven guilty. That's how that man should have been treated in that situation. And that's how I responded.
Justin, when you say you responded, sorry, go ahead, Kelsey.
I was just saying, what were people saying in that moment? We can see, we can't hear the audio, we can see people. So what were you hearing? What were people saying, and how were people stepping in?
There was a lot of things being said. There was mixed emotions, but overall it was definitely anger. I don't really want to repeat much of what was being said. I can tell you it was anger. That's just not what I want to put out right now. I can just tell you that was the response. People were upset. And
the presumption, Justin, was that this was an intentional act at that moment in time. That's how they were reacting?
Right. In the moment, we're thinking, okay, there was some misinformation going out right before that. Excuse my voice too, I'm raspy from the past week, but there was some misinformation coming out right before that this gathering was intentional to, gather people to a specific area and cause harm. So tensions were already high because of that. I could tell you shortly before that truck came, though, we were laughing, there were smiles, the mood was really good. Sorry, I lost sight of what I was saying.
No, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. You've had a day, as they say.
Yeah,
Justin,
I'm trying to keep composed for you guys.
What did you do to step in? You talked about the fact that the rush to judgment was bothersome to you, and
absolutely. Yeah.
What did you do to assist this driver?
I delivered to the crowd my intention, which was to save him. I think you can see in that video I jump over the barrier, and I'm just saying, first off, before I even go into the details of this, I guess I want to say this isn't about me. I'm not trying to be the face.
No, we understand. We understand.
No, I just want to be clear to anybody that's listening.
Sure.
This isn't about me. So I there's more than people than just me that intended on saving that man also. Mm-hmm. So I can't take responsibility for that. I'm very proud of the way that we reacted as a group in that moment. A few of us were able to keep composed. But when I reacted, my initial reaction was, all I said out loud was, "Hey, we need to save this man," because that's what I decided in my head. I think you hear someone behind me say, "Okay," and in that moment, I think a couple people followed me, and we got up there, and that was just kind of our goal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Justin, I think that's absolutely remarkable that in that moment, a few people could diffuse the situation.
Yeah.
How many people do you think were around you that were with you in trying to save him?
Maybe 10.
Okay.
I don't know for sure though. The tensions were pretty high. I think maybe 10 though. Maybe 10.
Justin, did the driver ever say anything? I mean, I know that he was being pummeled at the time.
Here. So now I'll share with you some of the information that I received from the community just before we went live now. So my intuition in that moment was that was not intentional. If that was intentional, I think a lot of harm would have been done, could have been done.
Okay.
If he was trying to hurt somebody, he could have been moving a lot faster. It takes a long time to stop a semi truck. Who knows? He could have been going 70 miles per hour. If he's going 70 miles per hour, I think if you hit the jack brake on a semi truck, there's potential the engine's going to explode. I'm not a truck driver, but that's kind of things that I heard. So because some people were asking, why didn't we hear the jack brake? Because it might be able to slow down the engine faster. Well, in that situation, I think the driver was probably responding, realizing he was in the wrong place at the wrong time. What the community is telling me now that I found his identity now online right before I went live with you. They shared his mugshot and his full name. Someone had called me when I was on my way home from the cities tonight, saying potentially this man was actually for the community. He was there trying to deliver gas to a gas station to Lynn 36, on Lyndale and 36th Avenue. That's a family-owned business. Those people, I believe, are the people that identified this man as the person going to them. I'll tell you also, yesterday, the roads didn't close until 8 p.m. Today, they pushed it forward to 5 p.m. I didn't get a notification for that myself until 4:58, and I was personally on 35W, I think, at that time when I got that notification. I'm 2 minutes away from the road closure. There's potential that that man did not get that signal while he was driving on his way, right?
Yeah, I think what you're saying, Justin, is there are details like that being evaluated by Department of Public Safety and MnDOT and law enforcement as well. We had a press conference with the Department of Corrections stepping in for DPS tonight, and based on some of the traffic cam shots that they've seen, it does, and they use the words, at times it looked like he was going around barricades in frustration for being cut off from essentially where he was trying to get to, and that's as far as they would go with it. They did say earlier that he was inside that highway system before they started closing things off.
And essentially, he just didn't follow the barricades that would pull him off the highway. And there is a little bit of elevation on the 35W bridge, so we just don't know from his vantage point as he was approaching
how much he could see.
What he could see ahead.
Right. So I personally still stand in that position that I responded with in the moment, which is, we wait till all these facts come in. I think there's too much trying to write the narrative for what we want it to be. We need to find a position of a moderate position, I believe, and we need to weigh all positions. We're in a pretty crazy position as a world right now, and Minneapolis is under the microscope. I think we have an opportunity to respond in a very positive, peaceful, loving way. And I think that the world is watching, and they're ready to see how we react. At this time, I'll tell you guys about the march we're planning tomorrow real quick, if you allow me.
Yes.
So tomorrow, 3 p.m., we're trying to meet at Target Field, 100% our intention is to keep the peace. We're civil. We're not trying to cause any harm. We just need to make a statement. We needed to make it loud and clear. People are going to hear us, I think most of us, we want the same thing, I think the majority of us, and in order to get there, we can't have more unrest. We can't have more civil unrest. We can't have tensions high, because nobody can communicate when the tensions are high. There's been multiple times this week where I find myself trying to diffuse a situation. I end up screaming at somebody, right? That's my response. Luckily, I'm able to kind of maintain my composure a little bit where I don't lose my top, but a lot of people lose their top when it comes to high tense situations,
Justin, let me ask you something quick on that subject, because you've been in this since it began. There's been a lot of talk about sort of the narrative, the call for justice, the concept of peaceful protest being hijacked or co-opted was another word that was used by the events of Thursday night and Friday night, and to a lesser degree last night, and that the high ground on the narrative and the quest had been lost. Did you feel that frustration along the way when you saw what was happening down on Lake Street on Thursday and Friday nights?
No, in my opinion, everybody plays a role, Everybody has a role that they're playing right now. In my opinion, I hate to have seen as much destruction happen in the community, right? but we got attention. We got people's attention. Okay. Now we deliver the message of peace and love. We figure out how to find justice within that. We figure, that this could be we could be on a whole new thing right now, as a world, as a local community.
Walking around here, there were a few minutes ago, but they've all went up the street. So I'm not sure why the police are occupying this street. Maybe they were like cutting people off before they get to where they're going. Yeah, LAPD, I'm sure they have a little bit more experience when it comes to riot control than Salt Lake City does, so they can have like the same amount of police in a smaller area, a higher concentration. Yeah, I wonder I think that's the direction of like City Hall. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, I'm staying inside. I've got school, but in between classes, I'll take breaks and peek out the window, see what's going on. I mean, it's studying with helicopters and sirens and stuff. It's definitely far from quiet. Right now, there isn't really any movement right now, but they're kind of just posting up here on Main Street. I don't know how far. Again, this is so this street that runs this direction is 400 South, and then this street that the squad cars are all lined up on is Main Street. It's downtown Los Angeles for any people in Salt Lake that are watching. Man, yeah, so right now seems to be pretty uneventful compared to earlier. Every once in a while I'll see people across the street here. So there's a lot of action here on Main Street where the squad cars lined up, and then over there. And you'll hear them shooting rubber bullets or beanbags or whatever, like explosions that are louder than firecrackers. I wonder if that's a reporter. What is she doing there? Oh, man. Yeah, maybe she's going home from work or something. Who knows? Brave. Brave. Yeah. I don't know if that's a porta-john. I don't know what that is knocked over there. Like homeless people will kind of set up stuff as structures, but I don't know. I guess I'll kind of just wait this out until it dies out. And when it gets quiet, I'll get back to studying again. Yeah, you're welcome. I mean, like, I was just gonna take a few minutes to, you know, poke my head out and see what's going on. Figured I would just share it for all the people who are not here. I mean, it's pretty. Sounds like fire trucks or something are coming up the street. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I guess they could be homeless. Some more people walking around. I should really get one of those things for my phone. Make it easier to hold so I don't have to worry about it slipping out of my hand. Yeah, I'm definitely staying out of trouble. You know, staying focused on school and just. It is definitely an interesting time to be alive. I guess these protests / riots, you know, it's happening all over the country. You know, it's conversations that are long overdue are finally being had between people they need to. You know, I think it's important that there are conversations, obviously, that have always been had between blacks and other blacks, and blacks and their white colleagues or coworkers or, you know, friends, whatever. But I think the important conversation of racism happening with whites, between other whites, is definitely maybe even the most important conversation to be had. So, I mean, it sucks that it is coming to this, you know, this uncertainty. But I mean, it's been something that's been boiling in the pot for a long time. About looters, so many cop cars. Yeah. Yeah, it doesn't look like these guys are going to be moving anytime soon. I wonder what it is that maybe it looked like a big crowd was pushing this way, and they decided it'd be best just to fill the streets with cars instead, because it's just between here. I think that's I don't know what street that is. I want to say it's 3rd. Well, I'll give it another maybe 5 minutes at most before I get back to my studies. And I wonder what's going on down there. Photographer. Yeah, thanks, Casey. Yep, I'm doing well, staying out of trouble, focusing on school, taking short breaks here and there in between the noise. Yeah, I don't know if these guys are doing this all over LA. They're just posted up like this. I mean, it seems to be a lot of cops in one spot for there not being very many civilians walking around. One of the apps that I had just here, I'll say after things die down. So I guess there's a lot of cops over there. So that is 3rd and Main. I guess that's why there's so many here, is they're detaining a lot of people over there. I mean, I don't really see it, but I had a notification on the Citizen app that was showing that there's a big group of people being detained over there. Yeah, doesn't look like there's anything too exciting here besides a bunch of cops posted up Main Street between 3rd and 4th South.
No, I hear you. In some ways, it's kind of like reparations.
City of Minneapolis, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
And thank you for reporting. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And with that, let's not forget why this whole thing started. 46-year-old George Floyd, outside the Cup Foods in 38th and Chicago in South Minneapolis, died during a police arrest on Monday night. The ensuing days, we don't have to retell all the stories, but they have been many from that day, and not just in South Minneapolis, but all around the Twin Cities, both St. Paul and Minneapolis seeing their share of the ripple effect of what happened on Monday night, and that ripple effect will continue throughout the days and the weeks and the months ahead, and we will certainly be there for you during that time.
Yeah, there's been a lot of pain and anger, but as our interview with Justin Goman, as he so eloquently said, there is still hope. And there will be another peaceful protest at 3 o'clock tomorrow at Target Field. And we end on a picture of that mural of George Floyd.
Have a good night.
Thanks for joining us.
And be safe.
Yeah.
I'm back. I was interrupted by a phone call. These 3 dumpster fires are just on fire at the moment, set ablaze. The 2 fires that I'm walking towards currently happened right in front of me. The 3rd behind me had already been on fire. This is downtown Grand Rapids. I can feel the heat. I'm standing between both of these fires right now, and the smoke and the heat are really, really overwhelming at the moment. It's pushing traffic out of the street. As you can tell down there, traffic has been stopped for quite a while. More and more windows are breaking. I don't see any looting going on. Right now it's just civil unrest and public property damage. But this seems to be where the violence has centered since after the protests. This is live downtown Grand Rapids. Those few are actually making their way into the store at the moment. Another helicopter is flying overhead. I'm not sure what building that is.
That's the,
do you know what that is?
Yeah, I think that's for a courthouse or something like that.
That's the that's the probationary court.
Yeah.
That's the probationary court office. There are people standing inside through the window at the moment. Tear gas just was shot over my head. And unfortunately, I'm standing downwind of the tear gas. So I'm gonna pull my mask over and eat some more of this for breakfast at the moment.
The wind's going that way, dude.
Yep, at the moment we are on Ionia Street. This is the probationary court office on 82nd and Ionia. The police fired 1 or 2 tear gas canisters over our heads. It looks like the crowd got pushed back behind me a little bit, but this is still seriously on fire. That dumpster is melting. Here in front of me, if you can see inside, the fire alarm, the burglar alarm, or something is going off in the probationary court. Graffiti on the walls. I would compare this anarchy's cousin because there's nothing going on here. We have this one kind gentleman here who is shoveling the broken glass into the dumpster. He seems to just be doing his job and trying to help anything he can in Grand Rapids. I've been at this scene for about 15 minutes, and I've seen this guy continually shoveling broken glass into this dumpster. I mean, you have to commend him for that. Hey buddy, what's your name? More broken glass. I'm still standing on Ionia, headed towards Calder Plaza and the courthouse. The windows on the corner second, or on the corner of the probationary court, are completely gone. That looks to be an office chair that they're sidewalk surfing. Right now, these dumpster fires are still not out. This is downtown Grand Rapids. Some people are making their way into I am in the middle of it. Currently just walking over broken glass. Myself, I know I've been inside several of these buildings years ago, and what I'm seeing right now is not what I remember of 82nd and Ionia. Currently, somehow traffic is still flowing through dumpster fires. I'm not sure if they've made their way towards the courthouse yet or not.
Here they come! Alright guys, here they come. They're swooping around the fucking Capitol, guys. Well, let's see how this is gonna work out. I don't know which way they're gonna come around. I seen them all go to the right.
May justice find peace for him.
Amen,
and
brother.
all of his family.
Alright guys, here they come. Everybody's starting to scatter. Some people went north off Sherman. Some people are standing here at the Capitol. And I'm as well going to stand here. All right, guys, there. All right, now they're coming up there. Okay, so they got Sherman closed off down there, guys. Yeah, my camera sucks, guys. I apologize about that, but I'll get as close as I can until they start shooting. On the inside of the lens, guys, I had my lens replaced, and I guess whoever when they did it, they left their thumbprint on it. You guys, well, here, they're over here recording. I can get over here with them. What's going on? Oh, it looks like they're clearing. Everybody is moving from Colfax, so I'm not exactly sure what happened over there. Oh my God, guys.
Protect us!